All right, ladies and gentlemen, so please go ahead and open the presentation labeled Follow Along Presentation. It is an assignment that we are going to work on today. It will ask you to download the presentation below. We're going to follow along with my presentation, and you're going to complete the interactive presentation slides as we understand some more of the basic theater stage terminology. You will finish it and submit it back inside this folder, okay? You should be able to finish in class. If you do not get a chance to finish in class, not a problem. You've got until midnight to submit it for full credit. So once you download that PowerPoint, it will show up just like this. The first page asks you to put your name and your class period on it. Please go ahead and complete slide 1. Let me know if anyone online or in person has any editing issues. You all should be able to edit this PowerPoint. After that, I'm going to go through and with you guys and discuss this page. On page 3 are all of the labels that you will copy and paste into the boxes in the correct area, okay? You may need to change the size of the boxes. Some of them are too big. But let's go ahead and talk about today's lesson. So far this week, we discussed the 5 types of stages, and we talked about the 9 acting areas on stage. What you see here is a blank theater, okay? It's the entire theater. We've gone and zoomed out just past the stage. So here is a bird's eye view of the stage. Bird's eye view means we're up in the air looking straight down at it. We're going to label it together as if I'm the actor standing on the stage facing the audience. So starting off, we've got this area down here. This semicircle is where the audience sits, and it is technically called the house. The house. The house is broken up into 3 sections, and the first one is house center. So go ahead and go to page 3, slide 3, find the label for center house, copy and paste it over the blue box. Remember that this is a proscenium theater, so we've got audience on one side and the performance happening on the other. The house is broken up into 3 sections, the center being the first, and then we've got house left. This is the left side of the audience. It's important to label them correctly because when you buy a ticket, you can buy your ticket for the center section, the left section, and the opposite of that would be the right, house right. These audience left and right are in the perspective of them sitting, and they are opposite of the stage direction. Please make sure that you copy and pasted these labels into the right section. Moving up closer to the stage, we have the orchestra pit. The orchestra pit is an area where the band all sits together during a musical to play the sound to the show. Now, typically in a professional stage, in a professional theater, there would be a hole in the ground, an actual pit where the orchestra can all sit together. So the audience does not see the instruments, but they hear the music coming up. Okay. Here at Fine Forest, we don't have an orchestra pit. So the orchestra sits on the floor right in front of the stage. And it's really nice because the audiences here get to see the band playing as well as the stage and the actors. So we've got the orchestra pit. Next, we've got the front edge of the stage. This is already labeled on your map. This is where the stage begins. Notice that the stage directions are the left and the right are from the perspective of the actor looking at the audience. So next we've got the apron. The apron is at the front edge of the stage. If you think of an actual apron that you put on when you cook, it hangs down to cover your body and your clothes. The apron also hangs past the curtain line. The curtain line is already on your diagram, but the apron is the piece of stage that hangs past the proscenium arch and the curtain line. All right. Remember that the proscenium arch is the frame that frames this stage. It is already labeled on your map. So now we've gone from the audience, orchestra pit, apron, and now we're making our way on the stage. This is going to be a recap. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. On the left and right sides, backstage, are called the wings. That is where the audience does not get to see, but there's a lot happening in the wings. We have actors waiting to come on stage, and we've got scenery waiting to come on stage. So just like a bird has two wings, this stage has two wings that give us extra space to prepare for the performance. This is the right wing on the right side of the stage. And the opposite of that, in red, is the left wing. So we've got the wings on either side of the stage that give us a little more space to prepare, to wait, to come on stage, and to maneuver scenery. Now this section will be a review. We've got stage right. Remember, this is the perspective of the actor. And if you look, it is the opposite of house right. Opposite of stage right is stage left. It is going to be on the same side as the left wing. Alrighty. And remember that our first theaters that were built on a slant or a rake. So actors would literally walk up the stage and then walk down the stage. When we made our stages flat, we kept those terms, and that is how we get downstage. Downstage is located right next to the curtain line and the apron. And then opposite of that, if we walked up the ramp of the stage, we would get upstage. Alrighty. So if we've got an actor standing in the left wing and they have to enter stage right, they would use the last blank, which is the backstage area, to walk across behind the stage so the audience does not see them, so that they can enter through the right side of the stage. All right, this is an area that is not seen by the audience, where they can make their way crossover without having to cross in front of the audience on stage. All right, it's important to understand these areas because they all play a specific role in helping a production come together. When you go to see a performance, all you really see is what's happening here. But now that we've zoomed out, you see that there is a lot happening in other areas to make the action on stage run smoothly. So what we're going to talk about now are body positions. Okay? This is for actors, and this is for placement of scenery and set. Okay? There are many positions in which a person or a piece of scenery can stand. How it looks on your presentations is it's got a label up at the top, a definition, and then you've got about 6 people in the house. I want you to choose the person that's going to pop up on my screen that represents the label, and then you can delete everybody else off the page so you don't get confused. So right off the bat, we're beginning with the term full back. When somebody stands full back, this person is facing the backstage wall. Okay? It looks like this. The audience does not get to see their face or their eyes. This is typically not good for somebody who is speaking or singing because their words are being thrown to the back wall and the audience cannot see their facial reaction. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Once you move the right actor on stage, you release the other actor. All right. So we've got full back. The opposite of that is full front. That means the actor faces the audience. Full front. The actor faces the audience completely. You get to see both eyes. You get to see the full face. This is perfect for performance because we can see facial reactions and we can hear what's happening. Oftentimes we can read lips if we miss a word. So we've got full front and full back. Halfway in between those two areas, we get our next body position, which is half or profile left. This person is facing off stage left. So right now I am standing full front to you guys, but it's halfway between full front and full back. It's profile left. Typically you only see one eye and one ear. You see one hand or arm because they are facing the left side of the stage. All right. On the opposite side of that, we get half or profile right. Just like this actor here representing profile right, you see one side of his face, you see one eye, one ear, one arm. Typically, actors stand profile when they are listening to somebody else speak or sing. Okay? Profile left and profile right. So if they're not full front or full back, they are half left or half right. Now we can get even more specific, and halfway between those positions are 1/4 left, which looks like this. This actress is angled left, stage left, but she's open to the audience. You think about a compass, she would be standing southeast. She's on a diagonal. She is open to the audience, but she is facing the left side of the stage. On the opposite side of that, we've got 1/4 right. This actress is facing southwest. She's on a diagonal. She is facing the right side of the stage, but she is open to the audience. You can still see her eyes, you can hear her voice, and you can read her lips. You can see her facial reaction. All right. Next, we've got 3/4 right, which is the northwest position. This actor is angled and facing stage right, but is now closed off to the audience. Again, typically any position that is not facing the audience is not really good for when they're giving information or speaking. Last but not least, opposite of that direction, we have 3/4 left. Okay. This actor is angled stage left, but is closed off to the audience. All right. So it doesn't matter where they're standing on the stage in what area, their body position is where they are facing. Either full front, full back, profile left, profile right, 1/4 right, 1/4 left, 3/4 left, and 3/4 right. So on the next slide, what I want you to do is look at the actress on the stage. What I want you to do is go ahead and tell me where on the stage she is standing, so which of the 9 acting areas she is in, and what body position she is using. So if we look at the actress on the stage, we see that she is upstage right. So you would type upstage right. And then if you look, she is facing the right wing. So we know she's facing right, but she is facing 3/4 right. So your answer should look something like this. She is standing upstage right. and she is facing 3/4 right. Alrighty. Next, we've got this actor here. Please tell me where he is standing and what body position he is in. And if I may, can I have Aaliyah please tell us where this actor is located and what body position he is using?
Even downstage center.
Beautiful, perfect. This actor is downstage center and facing full front. Thank you, Aaliyah. How about now? This actress is standing in the downstage right area on the stage, but she is facing one of the diagonal body positions. Look to see if she's facing the left wing or the right wing, and then figure out if she's 1/4 or 3/4. Is she more facing the audience at 1/4, or is she more facing the back wall at 3/4? You should get the answers downstage right and 1/4 left. She may look like she's facing full profile, but we can see both of her eyes and ears. She is open to the audience. How about now? Please jot down where on the stage he is located and what body position he is currently showing. I think we've got one more. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. So on this next slide, this is something that you will do independently. What I've done is I would like you to follow the directions on the next 2 slides and add the items provided to create the scene requested by me, the technical director. So I have given you a blank stage with a fireplace on it. This is a proscenium stage. And I have given you a catalog of items and set pieces, as well as your actors. What I would like you to do is follow these 11 directions. You will copy and paste the items from the catalog onto the stage in the correct area I tell you, and facing the correct body position that I tell you. All right? So for example, number 1, I've asked you to position a fireplace up stage center facing full front. If you look back at this chart, you see upstage center is the middle portion, and facing full front means to face the audience. So I've gone ahead and labeled that for you in the correct area using the correct body position. Number 2, I would like you to position one window on each side of the fireplace, one stage left and one stage right on the back wall. So you would go to your catalog, make a copy of this window, paste one here on the right side and one here on the left side on the back wall. Go ahead and continue with the following steps. Some of these items will be on top of each other, like the rug will be underneath the coffee table. So if you need to change the order of an item, you right click on it. You will see the word order, hover over it, and you can move that item behind or in front of another item. All right. And it looks like this. So here's my catalog. If I want this couch in front of this fireplace, I right click on it, I go to order, and I click bring to front, and it is now in front of the fireplace. So go ahead and follow these directions and start putting your set together. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be checking the chat. After you finish, I've got 3 review questions as an exit ticket. Once you finish, you will hit save and resubmit this as your assignment for today. Yesenia, are you still confused? I'm sorry, I didn't see the chat. That's the slide. All right, so we are looking for profile left. This is somebody who is facing stage left. You would move this young lady onto the stage. She is, for now, her face is turned to the audience, but her body position is facing stage left. If she were to have faced the way she's standing, we would only see one eye, one ear, one arm, and one leg. Okay, you can go ahead and delete everybody else off the page or keep them in the house. It doesn't matter as long as you've got the correct person on the We have about 8 minutes of class remaining. So please use this time to ask any questions so that you can finish this up either in class or at home to submit for today's grade. I've also started adding some grades inside of Skyward. So please make sure that you are completing your journals every day, as it is a weekly participation grade. Make sure that you have turned in your About Me presentation, that you've turned in your notes from Monday and notes from today.
Do we have to turn this in?
Yes, please. Once you complete it, save it to your desktop and then submit it for today's grade. Tomorrow I will show you guys what your set should look like, and we'll see if we were able to do it successfully or not. And over here is where you can submit your assignment.